I guess this works. I just hope nobody walks by. Well, I'm usually walking up here. Hey, everybody. Um, I'm always late. I'm always late for my lives, but I'm here. Hey, Rashonda. I had to plug my phone up. I made the kids tuna sandwiches because that's what they wanted for dinner. I didn't really even have enough time to get myself together. But I am here. Don't forget to like the live, guys. Like the video as soon as you come on. I'm using my new little thing, but I have it backwards. I don't know. Should I move it? I don't know. I don't feel like it's, I don't know. Whatever. But guys, tonight we are back doing True Crime Friday. You know, I started doing this maybe 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, I think we did it for like a month, and then for some reason, hey J Red, how are you? And then for some reason, I just kind of like slowly like veered off from it. But I did a poll on my community tab a couple weeks ago, and you guys said that you enjoyed it and you want me to bring it back. So I decided to start it back in August. This is our first Friday in August. Tomorrow I will post my community tab what we will discuss tomorrow night. I mean, not tomorrow night, next Friday. I know this one was a little bit, you guys didn't have much time to really watch it. And also, it was like 3 episodes, and they were each maybe like 50 minutes. So it was about 3 hours long. But I'm going to go over it with you guys anyway. If you guys have not done so, don't forget to check out my video. I just put out a new grocery haul a couple hours ago. Guys, I'm trying to get that video minimum to 1,000 views. I really need it to be over 1,000, but minimum I need the video to be at 1,000. Y'all know last month I kind of slacked up on my posting and my videos, and it really showed in my numbers. So now I gotta build myself up and get back into this algorithm. You guys know the algorithm for YouTube has changed. So I'm just trying to get back into the swing of it. Oh, y'all left an hour late. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you, J Red. Yeah, it was like a really impromptu. I needed to go to the store and grab some things because y'all, yesterday my kids spent like $30 at the corner store going and buying little snack cakes and clear waters and all that stuff. And I was like, oh no, babe, we not doing this weekend. So I was like, let me go. I looked online, looked at Winn-Dixie's sale ad, and I saw they had a lot of things BOGO. So I just really went and got what we needed. But yeah, I think I did pretty good. 100, all that stuff came up to $100. I was so shocked. I have never gone into the grocery store and only spent $100, like ever, ever. So if you haven't done so already, don't forget to check that video out. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this review. So this week's review is on the most hated man on the internet. Y'all, this story was crazy. So this story is about this guy named Hunter Moore. He started a website. Like, basically, he was viral before viral was a thing. Okay. He was viral before viral was a thing. He started basically a revenge porn site, and it was called Is Anyone Up? Right? So, like, let's say you was in a relationship with somebody and you had, nudes of them or whatever, and y'all got into it and you wanted to leak their pictures. You could submit that person's pictures to the website along with all of their social media information. So at this time when this happened, it was like mid 2000s, so like 2008 is when he originally started. But back then there was Facebook, there was Twitter, stuff like that. So you could link their social medias to their pictures. Now, the submissions were anonymous. And if you guys know anything about like internet law, like the person who owns the website is not responsible for the things that are posted on the website if it's user submitted. Hey Jessica, how are you? I know it's been such a long time, honey. If it's user submitted, the owner of the website is not held responsible. Like YouTube, if we upload something on here, YouTube is not held responsible because they just own the site, and we upload our own stuff on there. So basically, what happened is this one young lady, she gets a call from one of her friends, and the friend's like, "Oh my gosh, girl, you're gonna be so mad. You're on this website called Does Anyone Up?" And she went and looked, and it was like a regular picture of her. It had all her social media information. And when she scrolled down, it was like a nude picture of her. And she was like, of course she freaked out or whatever. She told her mom. Yeah, like she told her mom, and she told her mom, look, I did not send these pictures to nobody. I just took these pictures in my room, and, basically somebody must have hacked into my stuff or whatever. So, back then we weren't as tech savvy as how we are now. The internet wasn't how it is now. Back then they didn't have all the laws protecting people on the internet and stuff like that, like what they have now. So, they contact, little raggedy tail stuff. So, the mom ended up going on the website, seeing the pictures, looking to see who owned the picture. The guy's name, Hunter Moore, was plastered all over the website. And like people would leave like really mean comments. Like he would encourage them to leave mean, hurtful comments on these people's pictures. Mind you, the majority of these people had no idea that their pictures were even on the site. So when they contacted Hunter and they sent him an email, he never took the pictures down. Never took the pictures down. But what he failed to realize is that maybe this mom was not about to allow him to just use her daughter's pictures like that, and she was gonna fight back. So more people ended up coming forward about how their picture was on there. The mom even contacted the FBI, and the FBI was like, "Oh, there's nothing that we can really do, like she shouldn't have sent her pictures off to somebody else and this and that." So there was this one girl, y'all, this one girl on here. She was like doing webcamming. I don't know if you're not familiar with what webcamming is. Webcamming is like where you have the webcam like set up in your room or whatever, and somebody can watch you, do whatever. So she was like into that type of stuff, and one of her friends recommended to her, "Oh, you should go, submit yourself to this site called Is Anyone Up?" Y'all, this girl ended up being known as Butthole Girl, and I'm gonna let y'all just put two and two together and figure out why she was known as that. But ultimately, her kid's father ended up taking the kids, getting custody of the kids because he felt like she wasn't fit to be around the kids doing stuff like that. And there was one girl that was in New York who was in nursing school. Her pictures were on that site as well, and her pictures were on the site also. And she tried to commit suicide. Like it was just it was a mess. And like his girlfriend, the girl that he was dating at the time, was like, yeah, when she first heard about the site, she was like, oh, that's like, she's like, oh, I just thought it was weird. I didn't, pay it any attention or whatever. Now he was making a lot of money off of this website because, as you know, just like with YouTube, they get paid from selling ad spots, advertisement spots or whatnot. They said that back then he was getting 350,000 hits a day. They said that if that website would have been active now in current time, like how we use the internet now, that they would have been getting more hits than YouTube gets. They would have been getting more hits, more submissions than YouTube. That's how, but that's how popular the site probably would have been, because it was basically revenge. You're mad at somebody, you got a picture of them, an embarrassing picture or whatever, or a picture that you feel is going to embarrass them, and then you submit it to the site, and you're submitting it anonymously, so they don't even know who did it. So what ultimately ended up happening was that they found out that first of all, some of the submissions on there, the girls, though, and it was girls and guys that were on there. Some of the submissions on there, the people were not even 18 years old. They were minors. Um, Not only that, a lot of the people that were on the site was people that he knew. People that he knew, and they would call him personally and be like, Hunter, my picture's not supposed to be up there. Take my shit down or whatever. And he would not take it down. He was like, no, I'm not taking nothing down. It's not personal, it's business. And he would just leave it. So the girl's mom ended up contacting Hunter's lawyer, and she was like, the lawyer's like, well, he's not held legally responsible for it because he's just the owner of the site. These people are submitting the stuff, these that they was they're submitting the stuff anonymously, basically. Like, he doesn't know who's submitting it. They're submitting it, he approves the submittal, and they send all the information. I mean, it would link their address, their phone numbers, their Facebook, like everything on there. So they ended up finding out that some of the kids were not that some of the people on there were actually children. They were not adults. And that's what prompted the FBI to get involved. Because even though back then the internet was like wild, wild west, you know what I'm saying? Now, there was still laws protecting children on the internet. You can't post a child on the internet, nude or whatever. So, that's how, hey Mo, that's how the FBI ended up getting involved. Now, once the FBI got involved, they were only investigating him for the children that were on the site, not for the grown-ups pictures that were submitted. The reason why they found out that there were kids on the site is because this girl's mom was still doing investigation. She was doing her own investigation. So the way they did ultimately end up getting her picture off the site, but it was because her dad, because her stepfather was a lawyer. And once he contacted Hunter's lawyer, he was like, look, you have 30 minutes to get her pictures off of this site, or we're going to sue you guys. You guys are going to have a lot of problems. Like, basically, threaten him. When a lawyer talks to another lawyer, it's different from a lawyer talking to a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they already know. They're like, okay, well, this person doesn't really know, but this guy didn't know that, okay, well, her stepdad is really an attorney, a high power attorney in LA. So once the stepdad contacted him, they did end up taking the pictures down, but this guy also quit as Hunter's lawyer because he was like, it's just going to get too risky. Like, I guess that kind of scared him. Like, okay, this guy really knows the law. He knows what he's talking about. So he ended up, quitting as Hunter's lawyer. Hunter, started doing all these TV shows. He was on Anderson Cooper. Now, when this story happened, because Hunter and I are about the same age. Yeah, I believe we're both 38. When this story happened, I do remember hearing about the story, but I never looked it up. Internet was different. You know what I'm saying? From how it is now. We didn't really go on there looking up stuff like that. So, he ended up doing all these interviews and going on, and he was just such an a-hole on the interviews. He was like, oh, well, I don't care, it's revenge, that's what they get, they shouldn't be taking pictures of themselves. And it was really, really bad. It was really bad. He really made himself look crazy. He made himself look really bad. And then that was he basically got himself arrested. I mean, he was already going to get arrested for having children on the website, but what happened is he reached out to this guy to sell an ad because he was desperate for money. So, after he had started doing all these interviews and stuff, it hurt the site. It hurt the website because people saw damn, he's not really remorseful. I mean, there was teachers on there. One teacher got fired as a result of her pictures being on there. There was nurses. There were preachers and first ladies of churches, people from all walks of life. It wasn't just young, raunchy people or whatever. Because, people do what they want to do. If people want to take pictures of themselves like that, take pictures of themselves like that. What's she saying, y'all? Let me see if I missed the comment. So, once he started doing those interviews, it really like tainted him. I mean, this girl's mom was like getting threats. There was like a cult following behind him. But once he started doing those interviews, it really hurt the website. So he reached out to this guy who, I forgot what type of business he was in, but he was a he was a business guy making really good money or whatever. And the guy, went on the web after Hunter contacted him. The guy went on the website and was like, like contacted Hunter after he saw what it was. He was like, yo, I would never, like, basically, no, I don't want to advertise with you, nothing like that, what you're doing is wrong. And he was, Hunter's like, oh, well, it's just revenge and this and that. And I don't actually, submit the pictures. Other people submit the pictures. I just put them on the site or whatever. So at that same time, the girl's mom was still, trying to figure out how her daughter's pictures got on there. And the guy ended up tricking him and was like, look, I know you're being investigated by the FBI for having children on this website. Let me go ahead and buy the site from you. So this guy bought the site from him for, I think it was like $100,000. He bought the site from for $100,000 cash. And when he bought the site, he took everybody's pictures off. He changed it to an anti-bullying website. And this guy did it because he said that he grew up with an abusive dad that was like abusing his mom, and ultimately him and his brother got taken away from the mom. And after that, like, he never saw his mom or his brother again. So I guess like this situation was like, probably personal to him. It's like, okay, you're taking advantage of people, you're abusing people, like, no. So he basically paid him like $100,000. It was probably more, I don't remember. And he just wiped the whole website. So when he wiped the whole website, Hunter was planning on making another site like that to do the same exact thing. But he ended up getting arrested before he got a chance to do that. Can y'all believe? So what they found out was that Hunter, someone did that to him. Someone leaked his pictures and put it on the internet or whatever. So he decided as payback that he was going to make a website, do the same thing, and leak people's pictures. It ended up turning into a business because people would go on the website and see the pictures that he was putting on there, and they thought it was funny, and then they would start sending him pictures of other people to put on the site. So once it just took off, and that's how Anyone Up was formed. And he basically ended up losing his site. But come to find out, he was working with a hacker. He was working with a hacker. And as you guys know, hacking people's personal information is illegal. So what happened is the girl was telling her mom, she was like, yeah, like a week before all this happened, I couldn't sign into my Facebook, I couldn't sign into my email, and I had to make all new passwords. So the mom was like, well, we need to go ahead and dig into this some more. And they ultimately found out that there was a secondary name on her Google account for her email, and that's where those pictures were. So they found out there was another email, they can search her IP address and all that, and that's how they connected Hunter and this hacker together. And ultimately, the hacker is what really was like the nail in the coffin, like, because even with the pictures of the kids on there, yeah, they probably could have pressed charges, but he's not responsible for that. He doesn't know if someone's submitting a picture and they're saying, oh, this person's 18. He doesn't know if that person's 18 or not. He's going by what they say. But guys, definitely check that story out. It's on Netflix. It's called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. He is out of jail now, and I believe he only served like 3 years. He only served 3 years for that, and it was thousands and thousands of people that was hacked. So yeah, he did have some people that was sending him submissions, but he was also hacking and stealing people's information. So y'all just be careful what y'all doing, because like that girl said, she said that she took the pictures and her phone didn't have enough space. So she ended up emailing the pictures to herself so she could delete it off her phone. And that's how they got the pictures. That's how they got the pictures from her email. And then, of course, once they hack your email, they have all your information. So think about it in like present day time. We all shop online. You know what? Where the hell is my Amazon package? Speaking of shopping online, but we all, shop online. We all, order from Amazon. We all have our card numbers saved, and just think about that. If somebody was to hack you, they probably have all your information, like all of your information. So just be careful, be mindful. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's grown. They're gonna do what they want to do. I don't care if they get into my picture shot. They gonna see pictures of the kids with their nose. They gonna see pictures like that. They're not gonna see no nothing like that. 'Cause baby, I don't do stuff like that. But y'all be careful. Y'all be careful because it's some nutcases out there. It's some nutcases out there. Right? Yeah, you do have to be careful. Yeah, Jira, check it out. Yeah, there were kids. There was kids on there. There was kids on there that wasn't even 18 yet. Oh, the kids was calling you. Listen, I just made mine go in the house. They was sitting on the porch eating their ice cream cones. And I was like, "Oh, I'm going live. Y'all gotta go in the house." But yeah, that's just, his name's Hunter. Or if you guys want to Google him, and the site is anyone up. You can still type in the site because y'all know my nosy tail self. I did it, but it brings up the site that the guy made because I wanted to see. I was like, let me see if he still has the anti-bullying site up. But the guy, he's out of jail, and I meant to look to see what he was doing now, but I forgot. I forgot to look it up today. But y'all check it out. It was really interesting. It was 3 parts. I think each part was like 50 minutes. So it's close to 3 hours. But you can, like, how I did it when I watched it, I watched one each day. And I watched it last week when it first came out on Netflix. Now I have to figure, I already know what we're gonna do next week, but I can't remember the name of it. But it's another internet one. It's another internet one, guys. But yeah, check that out because that's crazy. I mean, y'all just be careful, man. Don't be even, child. I don't know. I mean, I think now in this day and age, I think we're all a little bit more cautious over certain things that we do, but we're still very lax because you have Apple Pay, you have the thing where you can have the chip and you can just tap your card and stuff like that, or and you have Google Pay, so all of our information is saved. I mean, you got to think about it that it's not only pictures, it's your personal information too. So just be careful. But yeah, I wanted to share that story with you guys. This one, he didn't kill anybody, but you know, he was still crazy. He was still very, very crazy because it was like like they showed interviews, like actual interviews of him, talking about it, and when people would call in and send him messages and stuff, and it's like he got off on the stuff that he was doing. Like it was just pure entertainment to him. He thought it was funny. Like he really, really thought that it was funny to do the things that he was doing. It's like you're ruining people's lives. You have teachers losing their jobs. There was nurses that was fired. One girl was kicked out of school for it. And they're not even submitting their stuff. Now that one girl, butthole girl, she deserved what she got. She was like, I never got any money from Hunter. Well, why would you go and submit your stuff for that? And they said that she was the most famous person on his site. She went viral before viral was even a thing. She went like he was a cyberbully before cyberbullying. She went viral before viral was even a thing. So y'all just be careful. Be careful, 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 y'all, because people are crazy. Listen, you even see how it be on YouTube where these reactors and stuff like that, they be digging up people personal information. Like even that's dangerous. Like they be pulling up people's arrest records and if they're getting evictions and all that stuff. Like you got to be careful because there'd be a lot of people out here with too much time on their hands. It really, really do. Guys, don't forget to like the live if you're just coming on. We were just talking about the story from y'all. There's a palmetto bug on my porch, and baby, if he come over here, um, we're talking about this story on Netflix called "The Most Hated Man on the Internet." You guys go check it out whenever you have a chance. If you guys ever have any ideas for true crime stories, you can always let me know so I can check them out. Um, And don't forget to check out my grocery haul. I have a grocery haul that I put out today. It's not as big. It's not as big as what I normally do, but it is a good grocery haul. I got some good things and I got a good deal on them. Guys, I'm gonna get back into the swing of uploading a video. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be uploading a video every single day. It's going to be more like every other day is what I'm shooting for, just because coming up with videos to put out every single day, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot. So today we were actually supposed to do a review, the girls and I, but I needed to go to the store, so I was like, I'm putting out a grocery haul. And I'm waiting for my packages to come. I don't know. They said that it'll be here. They said that it should be here by 10 o'clock. But baby, where my stuff at? Cause let me see. It's 9:38. Cause baby, Amazon don't be in my neighborhood late night like that. They don't be over here. And I'm just hoping they didn't put my package somewhere else. Let me see. So I'm using my 360, but I have it backwards because I have my charger cord plugged in. And if I have it the other way, my charger cord... Oh, maybe this is my... Does Amazon deliver packages in regular cards? That ain't my package. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, this one was a really quick one, but, you know, I recorded it today, edited it today, Did I say that right? Edited, edit. Whatever. I fixed it today. I recorded today, put all the little pop-ups. Okay, so y'all listen, right? I know y'all don't know where I live at, but where I live is like, well, Mo knows, but where I live at is like Black Miami, like the real Miami. And I'm not gonna lie, whenever I see a Caucasian person walking through my neighborhood, I be real panicky. I be real panicky because not that it's rare. I mean, it is rare. And it's not rare to see. It's just you already know what's up. Like, hey Cassandra, I loved your video with that guy. Cassandra, you gotta look up Ed Gein. Ed Gein, he was way before that guy's time, but Ed Gein was a serial hacker too, a serial person, and he used to use people, like he would off them, and then he would take the skin off and turn them into like bodysuits and wear them. You gotta check him out. There's even a movie about him. His name's Ed Gein. Let me tell y'all, if y'all ever on, what's that show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they ask you something about a serial, you know what? Call me. Call me. I promise you. Call me. Because you won't get it wrong. You won't get it wrong. Cassandra, we were just talking about the documentary on Netflix called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. It was really, really good. And this guy was wacko jacko. Definitely check it out. Because he had a lot going on. He had a lot going on, y'all. He had a lot going on. See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't believe Amazon didn't bring my package. I just remembered that I had a package coming. I just remembered I don't have... I don't have a Can y'all see me when I do this? Or y'all be seeing my messages? Child, I ain't got nothing from them. Amazon gonna message me talking about don't forget my headphones. Child, bye. What happened to your phone, Rashonda? I finally saw your comments on my video. How'd you like it, Cassandra? Wasn't it crazy? That boy was nuts. And it was the fact that he found it funny what he was doing. Like, he found it funny what he was doing. With him, that's what you was think. Girl, listen, I be sharing it, like, as I'm watching stuff, I'll share it on my community tab and I share it on Facebook too. Um, yes, the one from yesterday, yeah. Yeah, my neighbor had it. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, thank you so much. Cause y'all, that had like the kids stuff for I'm trying to think, did my package come today? Oh no. Okay, so the one from yesterday, yes, I did get it. My neighbor had it. She gave it to me. She gave it to me. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, because I was like worried about it. I had my kids stuffing it for school or whatever. And that shit was expensive. And then I got one package this morning that was left in my mailbox. So I'm trying to think, this package that I have coming now, I don't think it would be able to fit in my mailbox, but they might have shoved it in there because it's one of Jeremiah's birthday gifts. It's some face masks for the kids, and it's an outfit for my trip. Yeah, he was very mean. And did you see how he was when they showed the clip of him at Anderson Cooper? Like, he was basically like, F y'all, like, I don't care. And then that girl, the girlfriend was kind of weird to me too, because my thing is, I don't know, y'all. I guess I'm a little old school. I feel like birds of a feather flock together. You ever hear people say that? And if you know that your man or whatever is doing all these, crazy things on this website, like, how are you okay with that? Not only that, like, he was cheating on her. Girl, what you say? That girl, y'all. So it got to a point to where the following was so big for it, for his site, and people wanted his attention. Like, they wanted his attention. This girl stuck a toothbrush inside of the toilet, a dirty toilet bowl, dirty, filthy, filthy toilet bowl, and brushed her teeth with it on camera just to get attention from him. Exactly. Right. She had no emotion. She was very monotone. It was like she had no emotion. She was very monotone. She never really made eye contact with the camera. You saw she was kind of like, like she was there for her 20 seconds of fame. And then, like, she's like, yeah, we met. It was just like a fairy tale. And this, and like, girl, if you don't go sit your crazy tail butt down somewhere, girl, listen, they was doing all type of stuff. The girl who was a butthole girl, this girl, child, please, she stuck a phone. It was, y'all gotta watch it. I ain't even gonna tell y'all about it because I don't want, I'm about to say Netflix, because I don't want YouTube to ban my video. But y'all gotta go watch it, because that thing right there was best. Hey, Sharva, honey, how are you? Are you ready for, wait, tomorrow's Saturday. Are you ready for tomorrow? You ready? Are you ready, Sharva? Yeah, it was very weird. Very, very, like, yeah, she stuck the toothbrush in the dirty toilet water and brushed her teeth with it on camera. There was people that was using the bathroom on their car to get attention from him. What else they was doing all type of weird stuff. All type of weird stuff. I was like, ain't no way. Either she was just as crazy, or girl, not Botox, probably both. Probably both. She probably had Botox and I just feel, I'm the type of person, like, even with Jeremiah, y'all know Jeremiah's my oldest son. He'll be 18 this month in a couple weeks, like 3 weeks. Jeremiah, okay, so Jeremiah's dad never looks you in the eye when he talks to you. He looks down. Like, he never makes eye contact with you. Me, I'm the type of person that when I talk to you, I want to look you in the eye. Like, I want you to see me, seeing you see me, right? Jeremiah, when he was little, he used to do that. Like how his dad would, like, he would, like his head would be up and he would hold his eyes down and he would talk to you. And I'd be like, no, look at me when you talk to me. Anybody who can't look me in my face when they speak, I can't trust you. That's how I feel. I can't trust you. Y'all hear Tiny? Y'all already know how it is. My kids are not in the house alone. They're in there with their dad and their older brother, other siblings. She probably screaming over something. Yeah, Charbonnet was nasty. That girl was it was gross. It was gross. This one girl's like, yeah, he told the one beehole girl was like, oh, he told me to stick a cell phone up there and he's gonna call it so it can vibrate because he's gonna think that that's funny. And she did it. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. You reel off. Something ain't right with you. That's why I say even that girlfriend knew more than what she was saying, because at the end of the day, you're in a relationship with somebody. They were together for years until he got arrested. You're in a relationship with somebody and you mean to tell me they have this whole secret life that you know nothing about? Nah, buddy. No, ain't no way. And she was a young girl. She was like 18, 19 years old. You know how it is when you're when oh Lord, Jeremiah's comment on somebody's thing, post on comment on my thing. Um, you know how it is when you're young, you're in a relationship and you're like head over, because way she made it seem like she was in love with him. You know how it is, you head over heels with your boyfriend, whatever. You don't want them to be without you. You don't want to be without them. Y'all want to be. She was in on that ish too. Right. Looney Tunes. Right. She knew what he. I'm telling. I can. I'm a good. Rashonda will tell you, baby. I am a good judge of character when it comes to people. She knew. She knew. Even when Lawrence and I were watching it, even he was like, "There's no way in hell that that girl did not know." There's no way. And it's like, to me, I feel like you're just as bad as he is. Maybe you weren't out there taunting everybody, but you're just as bad as he is, because it's like, okay, he was doing interviews with different things or whatever. He even did an interview with a big YouTuber about it. He even did an interview with a big YouTuber about it. But he just, that boy, he had no heart. Like, my thing is, these people are telling you, like, well, first of all, you already knew that these people didn't submit their stuff because you knew which ones your hacker was getting. You knew that. Right. Like, it was real lame. Because I think he said that the reason why he started doing it is because somebody had did it to him. Or it was over a girl who broke his heart. So he started doing it. And I'm like, what? And then I'm just sitting there looking at this dumb girlfriend, and I'm like, well, why would you be with somebody who's like that? Because, girl, you break up with him, guess what? He gonna have your tootie pie all over. Is anyone up too? Right. Listen, crazy people do. And then what's so weird is like the girl. What was her name? Something Laws was the girl's mom. Well, anyway, the crazy part is that girl's mom ended up calling his mom at her job, and she didn't even care. You mean to tell me somebody gonna call me on my job and tell me, oh, Jeremiah's posting nudes of girls online and this, baby, I'm gonna go off. I don't care how old Jeremiah is. Jeremiah, don't play with me, because you ain't gonna be out here embarrassing me, having me shame. The mom did not care. She was like, the mom was like, oh well, like basically, oh well. But child, that's how some of them people be. And I forgot what part of the music scene. It wasn't grunge. Maybe it was scene music is what they were called back then. Hey, Cece Love. We were just talking about this documentary on Netflix that I watched called The Most Hated Man on the Internet, about Hunter Moore, and how he started this website called Is Anyone Up? And basically he was having people submit nudes of people that they wanted revenge against, and it like ruined a lot of people's lives. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I'm a different type of parent, and I think of, well, first of all, my son wouldn't do nothing like that because Jeremiah, he's not. Jeremiah is not that type of person. But I'm never gonna say what he won't ever do. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes your kids be sneaking around. Your kids be sneaking around doing stuff that you don't know about. Your kids. A lot of times, our children are one way with us, and then when they're not with us, they're another way. And I'm one of those parents that are very I'm very real about what my child might do, what they won't do. But something like that, I would have a hard time believing that he would do. But if you show me proof that my child has a website of doing something like that, oh, baby, I'm going to pop off on him. I'm going to pop off on him because that's unacceptable. And I'm just like, you got to think about. Suppose that was your sister. Suppose somebody submitted your mom's. So you mean to tell me somebody was submitting his mom's picture? He was gonna be like, okay, let me put my mom out there with her tootie pie all bust wide open on her own line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Some people have no regard for other people, and I try to raise my children to treat people how you want to be treated. You know? Exactly. Well, during the time when he was doing it, it wasn't really a law against the internet. You could kind of put out whatever you wanted to put out there. Back then this was like that was a wild west of the internet. I remember early 2000s is when, you know, camera phones started coming out, but they weren't as high quality as what they are now. But camera phones started coming out. Texting, became popular during that time. Facebook became, so it wasn't how it is now with all these laws protecting and stuff like that. The only laws that they had was against like kitty porn. It wasn't nothing to protect like adults from having their information leaked, and that's basically what was happening. Remember, when you start a website and the information on that website is user submitted, you are not held responsible or accountable for that information. And that's basically what his website was. What messed him up is the fact that he was working with a hacker. And the hacker was stealing people's pictures from their email or their, whatever, and putting it out there. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, they definitely lack response, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't like to be held accountable for their. Not that they don't like to be held accountable for their actions, they won't admit to what they've done, and they think that it's okay because a lot of times people grow up with parents that glorify them. That oh no, my child would never do that. My child would never do that. My things, you can never say what your child will never do because you don't know. You would like to think that your child might never do such and such, but you never freaking know. You never know. These kids be one way with us, and when they get out in the street and they get out with their friends, they be a whole nother way. So it's really hard to say. I mean, but this mom like had proof that that's what her son was doing, and she didn't seem to care. You know why? Because she was probably reaping all the freaking benefits from. Because at one point he was making really good money from the website because he was paying advertisers. Like I told y'all, they said that if that website would have been still up and running, it would have been basically like YouTube of revenge porn. So people probably would have had channels on there uploading people's pictures. And who's to say that somebody won't try that now? Because there's always a Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying? Now this story has come out. It's been made mainstream. You know. So who's to say that one of these young kids won't be like, oh, let me try to make a website like that. And then they start working with the hacker. And then boom, now your cute cat and everything else all on the online. And you but then also if you think about it, now if you think about it, that's kind of what OnlyFans is, except you're submitting your own pictures and you're having someone pay for it. But who's to say that somebody can't steal somebody's pictures and put it on OnlyFans? It's basically the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. Just don't be taking no pictures of your stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you do it on a camera. Get you a regular camera. and do it on there and leave it on the SD card. Don't ever take it off the SD card. That's my advice. Get you a camera. Take your little pictures of whatever you want to take pictures of. Leave it on the SD card. Don't ever email it to yourself. Listen, I definitely don't. I definitely don't. For real, Rashonda, take it with your camera and put it on an SD card and just never. That's just like, these celebrity people. Like even, like with the Kim, and y'all know I love me some Kardashians, but even like with the Kim Kardashian and Ray J thing, she's like, I didn't know that he was gonna leak it. Like, come on now. Like, really? Really? Like, can you truly be mad about that? I mean, I don't know. I've never had the desire to do anything like that. Ever, 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 ever. Like, no. Right. Okay. So, Cassandra, now you bring up a good point with that. So remember, Anonymous, they kind of like deleted him, right? He had no social, no person. It was like he didn't even exist. But you got to think, this is the first person that ever. This is the first person that was Tiny Girl. This was the first person that ever did something like that, right? If he was smart enough to do that back then, just think about what the possibilities are of what he could do now. Can you close the door with the TV playing? Could you think about if he really wanted to? If he really, really wanted to, he could really do it again and probably do it even better because now it's so much easier to do stuff like that. But I forgot to look and see what he was doing now because I did look him up last night. But y'all know I be forgetting stuff. Yeah, Anonymous don't play, baby. And they don't know who they are. Anonymous has, like, gotten rid of some powerful folks. They don't play. They don't play the radio. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't want them coming for me because, baby, I need my social security number. I don't know what for, but I might need it. I might want to apply for a credit card or something one day. Yeah, but y'all, that story is crazy. It's on Netflix. It's called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. Y'all check it out. And he was young. Me and him are about the same age. So, he was young when he did this whole thing. And the crazy part is the hacking, the underage kids on there. He only got 2 years. And my thing is the fact that millions of people was hacked. I can't believe it. I think he got like 2 or 3 years. Cassandra, do you remember? Yeah, they don't play. Guys, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to check out my new video. I put a video out today, maybe about 2 hours ago. I'm trying to get it. I needed minimum 1,000 views, but I really want to get it more than 1,000 views. Yeah, he was. He was the first social media influencer. Yeah, he was. He was. He was the first social media influencer. And that's the crazy part. So just think about it. He's the first social media influencer. Just think about what he could possibly do now if he truly wanted to. What you say, J Red? Baby, they would have been still in there. Still in there. Still in there. Still in there. But see, that's that privilege. You know what I'm saying? That's that privilege. That's that privilege. Yeah, and they said that he was like on drugs really bad too. Like that he was, doing different type of drugs and stuff like that. And even the money that he got from the guy that bought the website from him, he basically just like ran through it. And he ran through that money. He did absolutely nothing with it. Nothing at all. But just imagine if he decided to start a site like that Like Twitter didn't take down his account. He still has his same Twitter account. Because back then, Twitter was more popular than I'm gonna say Netflix, Lord, than Facebook. That was like at the height of Twitter. Twitter's kind of died down a little bit now. That was at the height of Twitter. So, I mean, he was an influencer before influencer was a word. If he would have never gone to jail, he would have been, I mean, only God knows where he would have been. He would have been a freaking millionaire. And he's not dumb. He's not dumb at all, because you can't be I mean, you can be stupid. He just ran his mouth too much. I think if he would have had a little bit of remorse, the situation wouldn't have happened the way that it happened. If he would have been like, "Oh, fuck, these people's stuff has been stolen," but he was in on it. Girl, me too. Me too. I was so happy. And that guy, he did not play. You saw how he was? Oh, and he was cute too. He did not play. I was like, mm-mm. He did not play. He was not playing with him. Between Anonymous and that guy, oh, he was going down. And the mom, because that mom was resilient. Even after her daughter's picture got taken off of the site, she was still investigating, still fighting for the other people. So she was resilient also. Like, the daughter and the husband was like, "Oh, well, her picture's down, why are you still doing?" She was like, "No, because it's other people on there." I think he said he was from New York. I think it was the tattoos that made me think he was cute. That's probably what it was, girl. And then I'll be half sleeping, I'm watching stuff, but I don't know, because I started rewatching it because I wanted to rewatch it so I have the information fresh in my mind. But y'all, I fell asleep last night. But I think it was the tattoos that did it for me. Yeah, yeah, she wasn't playing. That mom was like, "Oh no, baby, you gonna get." That's how I would have been. That is exactly how I would have been. And I think she was. I think they lived in Thousand Oaks. Like, they lived like in a really nice part of California. I can't remember where it was, but they had a beautiful home. And her husband was and she wrote a book. I believe it was like in the 90s, I believe, or like in like late 80s, early 90s, because she used to sneak into celebrity parties. Yeah, they need to hire her because she wasn't playing when it came to her daughter. But that's how you have to be. That's how you have to be. Like, when her daughter came and told her, she was like, I just asked her, "Are you sure? Like, are you telling?" She just wanted to reconfirm, like, "Are you telling me the truth that you did not send these pictures to someone?" And she was like, "I believed her. I believed my daughter." And us as parents, you got to use your you got to use your better judgment, your good judge of character and stuff like that. I mean, if my daughters are anything like me, I would definitely believe them, because baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't even like taking regular pictures. So I'm definitely not going to do no picture like that. Yeah, I know for sure it was Cali, but I think the specific neighborhood was Thousand Oaks, I believe. But listen, that lady didn't play. Yeah, yeah, because her husband is a prominent attorney. Like, they got money, and the daughter was working. She was trying to be an actress. Now, I did look the daughter up. She got married earlier this month. She is actually a real estate agent, and she's doing very, very well. And it's good to see. They didn't really do an update on the people that were involved, but you can always Google them and stuff like that. Because of this documentary, they are searchable. I'm going to look up that butthole girl because I want to see what she doing, child. Because she was a little off. Like, why would you do that? Between her and the girl that stuck the toothbrush in the toilet, I want to know if they got psychological help, because that's not normal. That's not normal. I was like, But guys, yeah, we're gonna keep. Yeah, she's doing really well. I'm gonna keep doing these on Friday nights. I like doing these because I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. So I like sharing them. You guys see, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I share them on my Facebook too. Um, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you're not following me on Facebook, go ahead and follow me. My name on Facebook is the same as on here. The one, because I have multiple Facebook accounts. I have like a personal Facebook account, and then I have my one that's like for this. The one for this says digital creator, so you'll know. Just like follow me on there. My personal, I mean, you can send me a friend request to my personal Facebook account. I'm just gonna let you know that me on my personal Facebook account is not me on my other Facebook account. It's different. Like on that other Facebook account, I post whatever I want. Like I be posting. I be posting some stuff. CC knows. I be posting like whatever come on my mind. I be posting just you know. But y'all can send me friend requests on Facebook. I have TikTok too, but I haven't posted any TikToks. My name on TikTok is OMG Trina. My name on Instagram is OMG underscore Trina. So yeah, I try to have everything kind of the same. I would have made my Facebook for YouTube that, but I kind of want to just go with my regular name because I don't know, it just made it easier for me. But yeah. Mo, you laughing at me? What I done did now? Y'all see Tiny? My thing won't let me turn. You see her? You saw her in the window? You saw her in the window? She's like a freaking stalker. What happened, Mo? What's very true? Yeah, I'm just saying, if if you send me a friend request on my personal Facebook and I recognize your name, I will accept it. But if you want the Katrina that you get on YouTube, just follow me on my digital creator page. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Also, on my digital creator page, you'll never see pictures of my kids. You'll never see pictures of my husband, anything like that. If like pictures of my family is on my personal Facebook, and they're on my Instagram. I post the kids on Instagram. Yeah, that's crazy. So, guys, if you all don't know, Facebook is taking away the. They're not taking away the live feature, right? CC, they're just taking away the ability to sell on live, which is how. Good night, Cassandra. Thank you for jumping on, honey. Which is how Reese and which is how Cece and I used to sell jewelry. You hear her? They always screaming. Those of you that have little girls, do they scream a lot, or is it just my daughters that do that? Because they scream for everything. You hear her? Y'all, she screams like that all freaking day. All freaking day. I wonder how she's gonna be when she goes to school. When she goes to school. Oh, guys, also too, when my kids start school back, they start school back on the 17th. I am going to have a special back to school video for my members only. So, if you all want to be able to see those bloopers and behind the scene videos of the children by them, whatever, you guys become a member of the KB crew. It's $5.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. I've been posting a link on my community tab trying to promote it a little bit. I'm also going to be doing some merch, but I'm not going to be selling it right away. I think I'm just going to have some stuff made that I'm going to wear that's going to be kind of like my uniform for making videos and going live and going out and stuff like that. And if you guys like them and you guys, whatever, then that's when we will start selling them. You guys may see some things on my merch shelf within the next month or so. And I mean, if you guys said order, you order. I'm not pushing nobody to do it. But yeah. Girl, I just want peace and quiet too. August 17th can't get here fast enough. I now don't get me wrong, I am kind of sad because my daughter Liberty is a little bit. So I normally don't, all my kids have nicknames except for Jeremiah. Jeremiah is just Jeremiah. Um, Mariah Jane, that's her first name, Mariah Jane. She's MJ. And then Logan is Buddy. Um, Liberty is Lil Bit, and Zuri is Tiny Girl. So this year, Lil Bit is going into kindergarten. And y'all, as much as she drives me crazy with her screaming, it's now hitting me with the fact that she's going to be in kindergarten. And y'all, I have never been that parent that, like, when they drop their kid off to school, they're like emotional. But I think she gonna be the one, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I think she's gonna be the one because today we were sitting on the porch and they were like picking flowers out of my yard. I don't know where the hell they found flowers, or they were like picking flowers out of my yard, and they had their little Easter baskets from Easter. And I just looked at her and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so big. So I said to her, I said, little bit, are you sure you want to go? Now she don't have no choice. She got to go because she's in kindergarten. I said, are you sure you want to go to school? She was like, yeah. I said, why? I said, well, why would you want to go to school and leave me? I said, you're going to go to school. You're going to get friends. You're not going to need me anymore. She looked at me and she goes, she says to me, she says, Mommy, I'm always going to need you. You're my best friend. Remember, we're going to the Statue of Liberty. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I like was like freaking waterworks. Someone was like, what's wrong with you? Listen, I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be very emotional. I think when she goes, I'm really nervous for her to go to school because she's very unpredictable. She's only been around the kids that are in my house and like her cousins and stuff like that. And she doesn't really see her cousins too often. So really the only interaction that she has with kids are the kids that live at my house. And she's very blunt. Like, she has no filter. She does not care. She's gonna tell you like it is. Like, if she don't like you, she's gonna be like, I don't like you. Like, she's that child. And she's so much like me when I was a child that it's scary. Because out of all of my kids, her and I bump heads the most. She has a very strong personality. She's completely opposite from MJ. MJ's just a sweetheart. MJ doesn't want to get in trouble. MJ, you can call her 50 times back to back. She's going to come and do whatever you tell her to do. She's not going to talk back to you. Baby, a little bit. She was like in her heartbeat, leave me alone. Stop telling me what to do. Like, I remember my brother-in-law, Lawrence's brother. He didn't used to live far from us, but he doesn't have kids. He's not married. So, he'd always come over. Like, he'd come over on the weekends. He'd obviously be at our house for holidays and stuff like that. Now he lives out in LA. But he would come over and she would be like, oh my gosh, why are you here? Why are you here? When are you going home? And he'd be like, look, but I just got here. She'd be like, I don't care. Go home. I was like, oh my God. Like, y'all, she would have me so shamed. So I'm just hoping that nobody at school gets on her bad side. I'm hoping that she has a good day because she's the fighter. Like, she gonna fight. MJ's more like, I'm gonna tell the teacher and I might mention it to my mom. No, she gonna hit you. She don't care. But I guess it's always one out of the bunch. I guess it's one out of, it's always one out of the bunch. But she's so excited about going to school. Oh, and guys, next week I will be doing two, because y'all know I got a lot of kids now, okay? Next week I will be doing two back to school hauls. One showing like their clothes for school, and the other showing their supplies and book bags and accessories and stuff like that. No, she is. She really is. Between her and Logan, and then even Tiny Girl. Like, Tiny Girl, she's 4. She just turned 4 in March. She literally talks like a cartoon character. But, y'all, she says big words. Like, the other day, I was cooking something, and she was like, she came to the kitchen. She's like, Mom, The kitchen is immaculate. You did an awesome job, darling. I'm like, what? Like, that's literally what she said to me. She's like, Mom, the kitchen is immaculate. You did an awesome job, darling. And she's like, all my daughters are very, very girly. They're very, very prissy. They love dressing up. They love dresses. They love lip gloss. They love body sprays. They love big bows, except for well, MJ told me she's not wearing any big bows this school year. So I don't know how I feel about that. She was known at school for having the best bows. Um, so luckily, Liberty will be there and she can take over the best bow. But yeah, my girls are. And then I have Jeremiah that's going to be 19. He'll be 19 August 22nd. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. That's all I know. I don't know. But he's a good kid, though. All my kids are good, except for Logan. Logan's bad. Somebody told me, you shouldn't say that Logan's bad. There are no bad kids. They're just bad parents. I'm like, no, he bad. He bad. And he is bad. I'm not going to, okay, let me not say that he's bad. He's very active. And I'm old. Okay? So I can't keep up with Logan and his shenanigans because he's always doing something. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. And she's just so cute. Now, she takes a horrible picture. Who is that? Look, they closed the door. She takes a horrible picture. She's not photogenic at all, but in person, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Then I have a little bit that's beautiful in person, and she's so photogenic. And so is MJ. MJ's very photogenic, and Logan's like extremely photogenic, but not photogenic when I take a picture, only photogenic when it's a professional picture. And then I have Jeremiah that's like me, that you gotta make him take a picture. So yeah, I don't know, these kids are a trip. But guys, don't forget to check that video out. Listen, they're a mess. Look, you see them opening the door? Like, they're a mess. My kids are a trip. Look, there she goes. She's gonna snitch on somebody in a minute. You hear her crying? She's like, MJ. Now, she doesn't understand that when they go to school, Mariah's not gonna be with her. She doesn't understand that. She thinks like they're gonna be together, how they are at home. And like even today, MJ's telling her, when you go to school, I'm not going to be with you. Like they go to aftercare because their school provides free aftercare. So I always let them go because they're always doing other activities. And then MJ does Girl Scouts, and a little bit will be in Girl Scouts as well. I don't know who that is. They will both be in Girl Scouts. So she doesn't understand that the only time that she'll see her in aftercare is when they go to Girl Scouts. And y'all don't worry. When they're selling cookies, I'm posting on my community tab so y'all can order some. No, actually I'm not, because I didn't post it this year on my community tab because for some reason her Girl Scout troop didn't have it set up where people could order online. And I was like, well, I'm not about to get all these cookies and ship them out because at that point it's pointless. Like, I'm not doing that. So hopefully this year they make it where they can do that, and then I can share it. And if you guys want to buy, you can. But yeah, we're a Girl Scout family. I was a Girl Scout till I was like 21. Look. You see her? She's coming to tell. What happened? Little bitty. She wants to tell on somebody. Come here. Look, she's scared. Come here. You see her? Come here. What happened? Guys, she has on Logan's shirt. Come here. Show them your shirt.
Mommy.
What? Come show them your shirt. Show them Logan's shirt that you stole.
Mommy.
She has on Logan's shirt. What is all this on there? Ketchup? You say hi. What were you eating, girl? What is all on your hands?
I was eating the ice cream.
Oh my God. Go wash your hands.
Mommy, do you know what's my water bottle at?
What water bottle? The one with the unicorns? You had it out here? Go see if it's in your room. Logan might have taken it. How's she going? She's looking for her water bottle. Now she's going to ask everybody, do you know how my water bottle's at? But guys, thank you for jumping on. I'm gonna get these kids settled because I know Lawrence is probably going to make a mess. Guys, I'm going to get back to being consistent like I was before. I feel like I slacked up a lot and I missed having these little conversations. Y'all know how it starts out. We talk about one thing and then I go off track and we talk about a little bit of everything. Remember, I will be live tomorrow night as well. Do y'all want a topic? Y'all want a topic? Like, y'all just want to jump on and talk? I think we need to do a wellness check. We haven't done that in a while. We haven't done those lives in a while. Also, I have some information that I want to share with you guys that I've learned um, from YouTube as well, because I know a lot of you that watch me are fellow content creators and stuff like that, and we do our best to support each other. But there's something that I want to share with you guys too. So I'll probably talk about, well, tomorrow night we're going to do a wellness check. And then next week, Tuesday, it'll be like an informational live. My plan is in the morning because I know Sharva will be posting a video tomorrow of the new Tabitha Brown collection at Target. I am planning to go because she has a few pieces that I want to get. Um, and I also want to start getting stuff for my mods for the holidays. And there's some stuff that she has that I want to get for them. So I'm probably going to go tomorrow, just kind of do a thing. But unfortunately, I'm not going to do a haul only because you guys will be able to tell. Well, maybe I will do a haul and I just won't show what I got for them. Because then they'll know what I'm like. Yeah, I started Christmas shopping kind of early, and my moms do such a good job. They're always on my videos. They're always here to support me, so I definitely want to get them something. Also, I still have to announce the winner of. Oh, I'll probably do that tomorrow night too. Announce the winner of the back to school giveaway, so that way I can get their information and send them their stuff. And guys, don't forget to check out Sharva's video. When she posts her Tabitha Brown video, I will share it to my community tab. For those of you that are not subscribed to Sharva's channel, go check her out. She's how you're going to find out about the latest deals of everything that's going on and stuff like that. She has a really good channel and I really enjoy it. And my husband's probably going to be like, stop following her because she got you going to the store too much. No, I'm just playing. He's not going to say that. Yeah, I was wondering if it's going to like drop at midnight, because if it was, I was just going to try to order it and pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm just going to keep refreshing my laptop because they're like, oh my gosh, her candles look so nice. She has these really pretty notebooks, a beautiful black and gold mug that I want. I'm like, oh, I really, really, really want this mug. But she has some cute stuff. If you guys have not checked it out, check on there. And I know Sharva has done some shorts on it as well. You want to say good night a little bit? Come on. A little bit wants to tell you guys good night. Tell them good night.
Good night.
Tell them to don't forget to like.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right. Like and subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. Right? I can't believe she's going to kindergarten, guys. I really, really can't. Like, I'm not the emotional mom, I promise. And I'm just so overwhelmed with the fact that she's going to kindergarten. Do you love me? I'm your best friend, right? And where are we going to go? We're going to go see what?
Statue of Liberty.
Yep, we are going to go see the Statue of Liberty, right? We're going to try to go when? We're going to try to go next summer when we go to Philly to visit Auntie Jessica, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you too, Sharva. Guys, have a good night. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget, if you have not seen my last video, go back and watch it. If you have seen it, just run it anyway. Run it anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll also have a video out tomorrow as well. Thank you.